Okay.
8 o'clock.
Good morning, everybody. I'd like to call the meeting for Wednesday, November 26th in session with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. So, any public comment on the agenda items? We're good? Okay. We need approval of the supervisor minute meetings for November 12th. Oh, you can't hear me? Sorry. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. Approval of the supervisor meeting minutes for November 12th.
I make that motion.
Do I have a second? Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion approved. Approval of the supervisor workshop minutes for November 19th. Do I have a motion?
I
Moved.
I
And a
second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion approved. The bills for November 12th. Okay, that's minutes. General, $3,584.35. Fire, $2,488.42. Park and Rec, $140.47. Open Space, $85. Library, $421.74. Ambulance, $140.46. Do I have a motion to approve the November 12th bills?
I make a motion.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
For the November 19th, General, $134,393.51. Fire, $1,395.78. Park and Rec, $265.72. State, $37.16. Open Space, $71.36. Library, $1,304.41. And Ambulance, $434.41. Do I have a motion to approve the November 19th minutes?
Make a motion.
Our bills.
I second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay. Payroll. For November 11th, 2025, the gross wages was $19,340.17. State tax liability, $593.73. Federal tax liability, $1,421.67. And net wages, $15,189.73. Do I have a motion to approve the payroll for November 11th?
I make a motion.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, the police report. For October, total calls were 88, complaints 79, accidents 9, criminal arrests 3, traffic arrests 33, vehicle code warnings 24, and ordinance arrests 1. And I had somebody ask me about the ordinance arrests at a previous meeting, and it was for noise complaints from barking dogs. And so our year-to-date is 876 total calls, 806 complaints, 70 accidents, 43 criminal arrests, 141 traffic, and 143 vehicle code warnings, and 5 ordinance arrests. And our time, we're under just 5 hours because we used so much time with the parade.
I move we accept the police report.
I second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, volunteer fire department, Grover.
For the fire report for September, we had 12 calls total. 1 brush fire, 3 motor vehicle accidents with injuries, 1 motor vehicle accident with entrapment, 1 power line is down, 1 smoke investigation, 2 false alarms, 2 smoke detector activations with no fire, and 1 special type incident for the month of September. For October, we had 27 calls, 2 building fires, 1 chimney fire, 2 rescues with EMS incidents, 6 medical assists, 4 motor vehicle accidents with injuries, 1 power lines down, 1 unauthorized burn, 9 false alarms, and 1 smoke detector activation with no fire. To year to date, we have 189 calls so far.
Okay, great, thank you. Make a motion to approve the volunteer fire company report.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, so the Pocono Mountain Police budget was presented, and they, have tried to save as much money as they can. There was some money from last year that they could carry over. So I make a motion to approve the police budget resolution. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, now we have a motion to advertise the data center ordinance.
I second.
Motion made and seconded.
Do you, when
We've,
does,
what?
when does that go then to?
When does it go for
Right.
advertising?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to advertise it, and then it has to have a time period where it can be reviewed. If anybody wants to review it, it'll be posted, and also it'll be here in a hard copy if you want to look at it. And it's pretty much, we had a lot of people that came to those meetings and heard what we were trying to do for the data center. So I'm not sure of the exact time frame, but once it's been advertised, then we can set a date to approve it, and it'll be an open meeting again. And we'll get that on the books before we need it, which is pretty much what we're trying to do. Okay,
Yeah.
so new business, a motion to advertise the Barrett Township budget.
I move we advertise the budget for 2026.
I second.
Motion made and seconded. We've gone through this, and we've gone through it with Judy and tried to keep it as close to reasonable as we can. One of the things Judy brought up at the meeting we had was that we haven't raised taxes in a very long time,
Since 2013.
Yeah.
since
That's what she said.
2013. So we're trying to keep it that way because we know how tough it is for everybody. And so we'll advertise it. You have a chance to look it over. So motion made and approved. We're good.
Seconded.
Okay. We also
Did we all
had,
say aye?
Did
Did
we
we all
vote on
say
that?
aye?
We moved and seconded, but did we vote?
okay. All in favor?
Aye.
So the motion is approved. And then we also had some things that were added by the planning commission. We looked over all of that. Okay. So then, okay, the motion to approve fireworks at Skytop, and they have all kinds of things that they've included to do that. So we can
They're good,
issue a
Nicole?
permit.
Yeah,
Everything's
so
good?
they have everything that they need, all their licenses with ATF, all their federal licenses. Grover just needs to review the site plan for fire safety, and I can approve the permit for fireworks at Skytop.
Okay,
For New
so,
Year's Eve, December 31st.
New Year's Eve.
so
So I
we'll
will,
issue a permit contingent on your review and the fire department reviewing all of the information that they have.
I
Okay.
second.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Then, this happens often when there's holidays involved and we need to get things done, so we're canceling the December 17th supervisor workshop and adding a meeting on the 18th. And that will give us the advertising time so that we can look at the data center and get that approved.
Pushing the 1 day gives us the 20 days we need to be able to advertise it. So on the 17th, we won't be doing a workshop. We're moving it to the next day as an actual meeting so that we could, because you can't vote for stuff in a workshop. So we're pushing it 1 day to give us the 20 days.
Yep.
And
So-
then 6:30? What time?
I think so, because that's
Yeah.
the workshop
Yeah,
meeting
that's
is
the workshop,
normally, so
which
we're
would
just moving it
Be
to
in
the
the
next day.
evening. Yeah. So you make that motion?
So I make the motion to cancel the meeting, the workshop on December 17th and add the meeting on December 18th
18th.
at 6:30 PM.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. And then we have to cancel the meeting on December 24th because it's Christmas Eve. And everybody's busy getting me presents to put under the tree. So do I have a motion?
Move to cancel the supervisors meeting on December 24th because I'll be busy. Ho, ho.
Okay.
And I second.
And a second? Okay. So a motion made and seconded. Do I have ayes? Everybody in
Aye.
favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're good. So the Historical Society is planning events to celebrate the semi-quincentennial celebration, which is 250 years since we signed the Declaration of Independence. And there's a parade in Strasbourg on July 4th, and we're doing all kinds of events every month for the public to come and celebrate with us, and we're looking for a donation request. So I'm not sure if we want to decide how much we're going to give the Historical Society.
Doesn't say in the
It
letter.
asks for $3,000. So,
Can we think about that one?
Yeah, can we table it or no?
okay, so we're going to table that for discussion, but we're going to be posting all of the events that they have going on. Okay, so I have a motion to table the supervisor, or the donation request. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, motion made and seconded, so we'll table that. Correspondence, there isn't any. Certificates of insurance, we have the AIA LLC and the Stone Ridge Diesel, and that looks like it. Classic Enterprises and Stone Ridge Diesel. That brings it to you guys. Any comments?
There is a public comment on Zoom from
Okay.
Nicole Pressman. Go ahead, Nicole.
Hi, yes, I wanted to follow up regarding some emails I had sent to the board and not yet received comment on, specifically the situation with Janine blabbing about my business in a public courtroom and getting clarity on the availability to rent space in the building, because I'm being told by Pam that to rent space, I have to first tell her what my activity is, how many people are involved, and a whole list of other things. But the truth is, I'm trying to figure out what activities I can bring to Barrett, and that requires an understanding of space. And I'm just really confused why getting answers to either one of these is taking over 2 weeks.
What room were you looking to rent, Nicole? Do you know yet,
I
or
don't-
you don't know?
I don't even know what rooms are available
So
for
you wanna
usage
You want to see a
or
list with,
pricing.
okay, so you want to see a list with fees? Of
Yeah,
what's,
like, room A with conference table is, if you have projecting rooms, I don't even know what the building has to offer.
I think Janine is the one that usually looks to see what rooms are available, and I believe she was corresponding, and I'm not sure if it was with you or someone else, that wanted to rent space, and she said it would be helpful to know what you wanted to do in the room, because we have rooms of like this big, or we have small classrooms, what the person renting would need as far as chairs and tables, or is it going to be something that has to be projected? That detail has to be supplied so she knows what's available and what would fit those needs. Like, we had someone come in and wanted to rent a space for a party, and so Janine showed her this room. And the woman was like, oh my God, this is way too big. It's a kid's birthday party. Well, then she showed her a classroom, and the classroom was a much better size for one of the smaller rooms. And so I think an open-ended, I want to rent space, it's hard to tell you what's available and how big it's going to be and what the cost is until we see what space you want. Does that make sense?
No, but I'm gonna let you have it because that's gonna bring us to the next part of my issue. I attempted to have that discussion with Janine. And Janine thought it totally appropriate to show up to the High for Harvest courtroom, sit through the case, and then announce that my business was considering renting with the township. And had an entire conversation in front of one of my competitors, which I'm just curious, does the township always share information when citizens call in publicly in an open forum? Or is that just Janine? Because I gotta be honest, Patty, I don't wanna give you any information about my business if you're going to chat about it with Janine in open public forums. How do I know what you're sharing and what you're not? So I wanna find the balance here, but I think it's funny that I sat in a Bedco meeting and was told by numerous people it would be easy enough to rent some space for my programs, but yet Barrett doesn't even have a list of how many rooms
If
or
I can-
how much they are to rent, and the only thing I can do is give you information that you may or may not share randomly throughout the community. It's kind of a frustrating process, especially being all I want to do is be a community member who offers teenage programs for mindset and improvement.
If I could,
And bring them to a building to make them available.
okay, I don't know what you heard was discussed, but Janine mentioned that there was a request to rent more space in the building for whatever, and I said, that's a great idea. I'm glad that people are using the building, and I think it is a great idea. And if that's considered spreading your information, I apologize for that. It was more of a, isn't it great if anybody came for the craft show we had, over 100 vendors, we talked about that and how many people were signing up that they almost had to have a limit because of just parking and the facility. And that she had somebody, like, she was telling me about this birthday party, and it was just like, it's great that we have people wanting to use the building, and if that's offending you, I'm sorry about that. I thought it was good news.
Nicole, if I can say something as well, it's just, I know, so what I think you're talking about is kind of like an overall packet that you can look at and say, okay, this room facilitates X amount of people for this cost, correct? And like a breakdown of each of the rooms that you can rent?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I can say that I have been working on that. So we have kind of multiple packets for different places. So the park, this building, Ice Lake, High Acres. So for the past few months, but with the data center ordinance and other ordinances that came into, more of a issue, that has kind of taken the back burner. So I have been working on a packet to generalize all of that information in one place. So I know come December, I will be, moving on to the next position, but I am still continuing to work on that until it's finished because I did promise the board that I would work on that. So hopefully exactly what you are asking about, I will have completed soon for you. And I can get that to you once everyone looks at it. Is that okay?
I would appreciate that.
So I get what you're asking for, and that has been on my plate to work on, and gathering the information, and then the supervisors just kind of have to go over it. But even as I move on, I will still continue to do that for them. So just so you know, it is in the works.
I would rather spend money in my township than
Right.
writing checks to Stroudsburg.
Yeah, it isn't. It is in the works. I haven't got it fully completed yet and organized for everybody. So partially for them not having the full picture is just it taking the back burner on my behalf. So I'm sorry, and I will definitely work hard to get it completed for you so you have an overall picture.
Okay, anybody else online or in the audience?
I have a question.
Yeah.
We're making progress finding the illegal short-term rentals, but there's a lot of money sitting with the vacant buildings. Are you opposed to us having another group to just find the vacant buildings? To make it easier, what do you think?
No, I don't think there'd be a
Not sure
reason
what you
to
mean by
oppose
another-
Okay,
that.
we're presenting you with the short-term rentals that are illegal,
Okay.
okay? Now, there's a lot of vacant buildings. The vacant buildings, from what I understand, I could be wrong, they're supposed to apply for a vacant building permit, $500.
So those are part of the VEDCO ordinances that have not been
Okay.
officially adopted by the township
Okay.
yet.
So when that happens, because it is a lot,
There is, absolutely.
the vacant buildings, the short-term rentals, the regular residents who built on and didn't, up their taxes, it's a lot for you to figure out. Are you opposed to us doing a vacant building group like we have with the short-term rentals? And just
I'm
present
not-
it to you?
I'm not sure that I have a say in any group organizing outside of Barrett Township. What I am open to is receiving any concerns
Right,
that the
that's what I
public
mean.
has.
We'll bring it to you.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that is great. And we had to put off looking at I think they were called quality of life ordinances.
Yes.
We put that off so we could get data center out of the way.
Okay.
And
That
that's
will be resumed.
the next thing that we're going to be looking at. And that was one of the things that we were very much in favor of, finding these vacant buildings and doing something about them. And everything that got spread out that was suggested by BEDCO is going to be reviewed once we get this data center and the holidays out of the way.
Okay.
Okay? But that would be a great help. Anything else? Okay, I think we're all good.
We're all good. We want to wish you all very happy Thanksgiving tomorrow.
Have a good Thanksgiving,
Thank
don't
you.
eat
Eat
too
well.
much. And we'll see you on the 18th.
Thank you.
Okay, I have a motion to to adjourn the
Adjourn.
meeting.
My second.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you for coming.